man. I'm only calling you tonight. I know you're a grown man. You don't need me giving you any advice. I'm just saying be careful on that last video. Man, you get put on a list for saying things like that nowadays. It's true. You talking about how they're acting like Gestapo and stuff. It's true. They do. They are. And you keep saying, just asking you to calm down a little bit tonight. I don't want you getting in no trouble.
That was a voicemail I got last night at about 10:40 p.m. because I missed a phone call from my cousin. That was my cousin you heard talking. I grew up in the mountains, as many of you know. That's my cousin who also grew up in the mountains. He still got his country accent. I kind of lost mine. But he still lives in the mountains to this day. And I want to point out something. He's talking about my video where I was going in on the ICE agent who threw the woman to the ground. He said two things that stood out to me. Number one, he said that kind of stuff gets people put on list. This is my cousin, who's MAGA, by the way. My cousin voted for Donald Trump. My cousin argues in favor of Donald Trump. But my cousin's telling me, hey, man, I'm worried about the stuff you're posting. It'll get you put on a list. Now, the thing I'm posting is not bad. The thing I'm doing is exercising my free speech. The thing I'm doing is saying fuck ICE, and I'll forever say fuck ICE. But my MAGA cousin is admitting that this day and age, exercising your free speech will get you put on a list. Secondly, my MAGA cousin said in that voicemail that I was right, that ICE is acting like a bunch of Gestapo. And I really am just, shocked to hear somebody in my family like that admit, hey, shit's going too far. That is why I post. That's why I'll continue to use my voice. That's why I'll continue to use my platform. I need more and more and more people to see what's happening in this country to wake the hell up. I don't care who you voted for. My very MAGA cousin who voted for Donald Trump is admitting that free speech will get you put on a list and that ICE is acting like a bunch of Gestapo. I dare say my cousin might make that transition away from MAGA. He might break away from the cult, and many more MAGA across the country might. But I also want to conclude with this. If my very MAGA cousin can see it and be worried, everybody who's not MAGA should be terrified, and we need to get up, get out, and make this shit end. Listen, I'm talking about non-violent civil disobedience. Organize in your community. Talk to like-minded people in your community. Sound the alarms. Make sure everybody knows what's happening. If you see ICE in your community, document them. Catalog what they're doing. Alert the community. Scream La Migra. Let people know that ICE is there. This is non-violent civil disobedience. And what we're seeing ICE do, by the way, we're seeing ICE attack peaceful protesters. I just need people to realize where we are in this country, because shit's not good.